So if you are thinking about becoming an insurance agent, or maybe you are thinking about getting your license, you've got to count the cost. You've got to understand the risk and not just understand the reward of this business. I'm going to give you some very raw content today to help you realize what the risk is and balance it with maybe what the reward can be. And before I go into this content with you, your friend in the business here, Jason at jasonfinalexpense.com. I do run a national insurance agency. I partner and I recruit agents across this nation. We sell life, Medicare, and annuities face-to-face, but more importantly, in the telespace. And let me share with you, more times than not, a lot of agents will get kind of shined on sometimes, thinking that, wow, I'm just going to get my insurance license and it's a lottery ticket. Well, can't really be farther from the truth. Can you make great, gains, great reward in this industry? Absolutely. There are more six-figure and seven-figure, insurance agents and agency owners in this space than any other space that I know. So let me share with you what the risk is and help you weigh if it's right for you and if it's something that you want to really get into. So we're going to go into this content with you. And the first thing is you've got to understand if you want to capitalize, you've got to count the cost, okay? Don't jump in to insurance sales if you don't have enough savings to weather it, okay? This is just like you're not going to go out, camping if you don't even have a can of beans. And let me tell you, a lot of agents get told, oh, just get your insurance license and don't do nothing. It's the struggle bus. If that's you, you've got to understand, first off, that you need some TLC. And I'm not talking about your normal TLC here. I'm going to give you 3 tips. One starts with a T. You need training, okay? Training is vital if you want to take it to the next level. Training is so important, okay? Who is training you? Who's going to mentor you? Who's going to help you make it? If you want to make money, you've got to have good training so that you can translate this business, which is very simple, but it's not easy. So if you want to get great in this industry, you've got to have somebody that's training you that's really good. That's why it's so critical that you vet your trainer. Ask your current agency, ask your current IMO, your upline, okay, who's supposed to be there to help you get better. Ask them if they've done telesales. Ask them how many years they've done telesales themselves. Ask these questions. It's so important. Ask how many agents have you trained. It's so critical that you know that when you shake a hand, you're getting a good handshake. A lot of folks, let me tell you, they're face-to-face agencies, and I do face-to-face as well in my agency alongside the men and women that partner. Okay, but let me share with you, I've done both. I do both. It's important that you're trained by somebody that's doing, not by being trained by someone who is do not, okay? Do or do not. There is no try here in the words of Yoda. It's important that if you want to get to the next level, that you're being trained by somebody that is doing it with you, not by somebody who has never done it, okay? There's a whole lot of do not, okay? I've never done that before. Oops, I'm going to train you on it, but I don't really have any layers, okay, no foundations here of personal success, and that creates distress in a lot of agents. So you've got to put the time into the first T of TLC is training. Make sure that you also, when you've vetted your trainer, make sure that you're being a student of the business. If you want to be successful, it's vital that you are a good soldier, you are a good student of the business. The blueprint has been written. Would you just follow the steps? If you're, a good listener, if you're someone that says, I want to leverage up, you've got to be a good student of the business. When you vetted your trainer, of course, be careful of some of these face-to-face agencies that are just recently, with everything going on across our nation, jumping into telesales. That can take you out. This is why I say vet your trainer. Vet your trainer. Ask them, how many telesales have you personally produced in your best 6 months? How long have you truthfully done telesales? Have you done it prior to the you-know-what word? And go for it, okay? But when you vetted your trainer, beast mode forward. Be about a sponge, okay? Be about being a sponge. Suck up the training. If you want to be successful, you want to outweigh the risk with insane levels of reward. Well, there's still a risk here. 90% of the agent force will not make it. And a lot of times they don't make it because they were just shined on. Hey, you got an insurance license? Good. It's a lottery ticket. Join this agency. You'll make gold. No. Okay. There's more to it than that. If you want to be, part of that percentage that makes it and really makes the money, you've got to understand training is key to transacting. So tip number 1, get good training, good scripts, good rebuttaling techniques, and that is vital. But that's a risk to you as an insurance agent because you got to put time in. Time is a risk. Time is your most valuable resource, but please take the time to get trained. It may be the difference between you making the money or making your way out of this industry. And too many good people really need you. So please get trained well. Join a good agency like mine or another great agency that can put the time into you so that you can hopefully take this career and find insane levels of reward. So the next L, okay, TLC, I'm going to give it to you today if you're taking notes. The L, the greatest risk to you as an insurance agent is leads. Leads are the lifeblood of this industry. Leads are not sales. A lot of times agents kind of view this through rose-colored glasses and they get really pissed off, for lack of a nicer way to say it. It's my Friday, so thanks for bearing with me. But leads are a risk. Leads are the lifeblood. Leads are not sales. They are a great opportunity, though, to have an amazing conversation to hopefully uncover some problems that they have and fix it with your product. But leads are a risk, okay? So you've got to understand, you've got to have enough money in your pocket to be profitable if you're in telesales or even face-to-face for that matter. Now, there's some content that I'll put up at the end of this video to show you how to organically produce some free leads if you've got no money in your pocket, but that's not the best way to start, okay? You need some seed money if you want your business to grow. It is a business. You got to look at it like that. Don't look at this business like it's a lottery ticket. You're going to need leads, and you're going to need a lot of them when you're new, okay? Leads are leverage. If you don't have a lot of leads, you're going to have this panic in your chest. You're not going to capitalize as much, and you're going to kind of be sweating, right? And what's going to sweat out of you is commission breath. And it's the ugliest breath on the planet. So when you start out, you need lots of leads. That's a risk. You got to pay for them, and you're hoping you're going to get some profit. It takes a leap of faith, and belief is the backbone of this industry. And if you have the laws of large numbers on your side, let me share with you, lots of leads creates lots of confidence. That's why it's so important that when an agent doesn't have a lot of money, that you start off with a lot of aged leads. And I'm not talking about a year-old, 2-year-old garbage aged leads or even overpriced aged leads. If you're paying more than $2 for a aged lead that's under 90 days, if you're paying more than $2, reach out, okay? I'll serve you and help you, okay, with acquiring and getting good aged leads so that you can make the most out of this industry. Leads are a risk, though, and there's some agencies that resell leads over and over and over and over again. Okay, sometimes they call them certain leads that, you know, you're paying $11 for them. Maybe you're paying $4 to $6, and you're just not going to find as much success if you could maybe be in a better position and get twice the volume of leads and get newer aged leads. Leads are leverage. And when you're first starting out, they're a risk. So if you're buying $20 leads, $30 leads from your agency, talking to a sweet lady yesterday that works for a captive agency, great lady doing the good work. Okay. So nothing against being captive. I think the independent model is a better model, hands down, but some people do need to be in a captive environment. All right. But she was paying over $30 plus a lead and not closing business. That is stressful. If you get one call that you paid $30 on and that client tells you, changed my mind, click. You're like, oh, okay, that's a real risk of this business. It happens with new leads. It happens with aged leads. It happens with old leads. It happens with brand new ones that even use self-populated. So it is a risk here when you're an insurance agent. Understand leads are a risk. It's real money that you're putting out for leads, and there's no promise of a guaranteed return. Okay, that's where the risk is outweighed by the reward, because if you got a good aged lead that's, okay, under $2, okay, and you can buy a lot of them, all it really takes is one sale or two sales. And if you get a decent AP, it just paid for your entire lead order. Now you're lighting up, okay? So it's important that you get your ROI back quickly. Get leads and then get after them fast, okay? Leads are important. You need a lot of them. Don't like dip your toe in the water here and buy 3, 4, 5 leads and then say, this doesn't work. If you want to make it, you want to make the wealth, you've got to buy enough leads to make the magic happen. If you don't have a lot of money, reach out, okay, and serve you with some options, but you've got to go in deep. You've got to jump in deep. If not, you're going to break your neck in this business, okay, just like a pool. You've got to have depth of leads. You've got to have depth of leads, and you've got to have determination in you to work them. So having the leads is worthless if you're not really working those leads. You got to work them like you're broke, okay? There's no way around it when you're new. It is a risk. You got to work them like you're broke. and know that you can do this. Believe in yourself, believe in your training, and be a beast and buy a lot of leads. And yes, it's a risk with no 100% guarantee of the reward that can follow. But let me tell you, when you're successful, there ain't nothing better. Okay. So leads are a risk in the TLC. So training, it is a risk. You got to put in time, intention. You got to vet your trainer. That takes effort and energy. Leads. Okay. You could have a batch of leads that you take a loss on. It happens sometimes. And then that same batch of leads a month later, they buy from you and then you blow up your bank account. It's amazing. Understand, as an insurance agent in final expense telesales, Medicare insurance telesales, or even annuity sales, you need lots of leads. Laws of large numbers will help you. It'll always keep you right. And let me share with you, activity fixes all problems. All right. Tip number 3 that I'll share with you is you've got to be prepared to close. All right. Closing is not, okay, an event. Closing is not an event. It's just a process. Okay. So many agents make closing this event. Buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. And it's like, whoa, back up, Tiger. Okay. Understand, you've got to close the leads. You've got to resolve the needs that these sweet people have. Understand, it's going to take confidence from you. That's a risk. All of us as new insurance agents, veteran insurance agents, have a little bit of this kind of fear of failure. We've got maybe a little lack of self-confidence. Sometimes you go from being a hero to feeling like you're zeroed out and going, oh man, please buy from me. And you like just want to go bury yourself in the corner of an office somewhere and take a nap. Well, never do that. You've got to understand, sometimes as a new agent, when you're properly trained, when you've taken that risk, and it's a risk to be trained, okay? It's a risk to buy leads, okay? And it's a risk to sometimes feel confident, not knowing if you've got what it takes. Well, fake it till you make it. You've got good confidence. If you've got good training, you got to just lean on it. And if you just pursue those leads, try to resolve the needs to the best of your ability, and always remember that what you do matters. Hopefully you'll make more money, find more success, and understand the blessings of this industry don't come without the hard work, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the risk of paying for a lead order that maybe doesn't go your way. Don't find your way out of this industry. Find wealth. Keep doing, okay? The successful in this industry do one thing that the unsuccessful don't. They never, and I mean never, stop. Don't stop. Keep seeing the people. Keep taking care of great folks. Buy leads. Resolve the needs. They need you, but never stop being successful. And my goodness, you'll find hopefully some things in your bank account that you didn't even think were possible. I hope this helps you. If I can serve you in any way at all, reach out, Jason, finalexpense.com. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope this content helps you. We'll see you soon.